Hello, 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 and welcome back. Woo, this is our kickoff of our weekly natural live hair tips. Each and every week, I'll be coming on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, sharing you helpful tips that you can apply within your journey. Now, remember, I usually say tips are like Band-Aid. They are just part of a piece within your natural hair regimen. Now, some tips may work for others, and then some tips may not work. But the main thing is overall, as a holistic approach, is having a hair care regimen. When you have a hair care regimen, the tips are just somewhere in the middle that can, add to the process. But the number one foundation is knowing your natural hair routine. And I always emphasize that. So welcome on to today natural hair tips. And thank you so much for taking your time out to join me today. Who am I? And those who don't know me and those who do know me, I'm going to keep this alive, real, transparent, things that can help you in your natural hair journey. So welcome again. My name is Carol Maxinu. I am your natural hair consultant. I am an author. I'm a podcaster, and I am your natural curl champion. My passion is to help women with natural Afro textured hair to overcome those challenges and those unknown certainties so that she can be on a path to achieving healthy and or growing natural hair. And if that is you, give me a thumbs up, smash the like button, give me some hearts, let me know that is you, girlfriend. So one of the tips I'm going to bring on today, just to start the launch off, is that one of the things that I noticed that when I went natural is that I needed to have the confidence to rock my natural hair. Now, there are so many things that's emphasized on products, achieving a certain look, comparing your hair to someone else's hair and wondering why your hair don't come out the way their hair look, even though your hair may look the same. Well, because that's their hair and your hair is unique to you. So one of the main tip I'm going to give to you today is, are you confident in owning your beauty? Do you have the self-love? Hello. Do you have the self-love about you? Do you have the self-confidence about who you are as an individual, as a person, who God created, right? So let me take you over. I'm going to share your screen so we can dissect on what is confidence? What is self-confidence? Because that's the first thing you need to have and to need to know with your hair journey is not being so bothered about your hair, but owning your hair as part of you. So let me take you on to a description about what self-confidence is, what confidence is, so you can actually see for yourself. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, 1 second. Pull this up. Go back here. Hope I'm doing this right, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hope I get the sharing going. So I really want to share this with you. Okay. You know what? I actually put it on the same web browser. Let me see if I can single it out here. Close this one out. Let me go to Google Chrome. So I want to know how you ladies doing out there. How is the quarantine life? I know the world has changed, right? It's like the new norm, right? Okay, let me see if I can go back. Okay, hope I can do this. I'm really hoping I can do this. Okay, here we go. Found it, y'all. Okay. Do you see this? What is confidence, right? So the confidence is about, being clear about yourself. So let's go down and just read what confidence is. So confidence, I'm just going to break it down. I'm not going to read the whole thing, of course, because I know you have your own timing to spend on other things. So I'm just going to give you an insight of what confidence is and what does it mean to be confident. So a confident is a state of being clear, a prediction, a correction, a chosen course of action that is the best or most effective. So it's action taking, right? And also having self-confidence, having trust, about oneself and not being arrogant about it. You know, you know, in a way you're comparing yourself. You're believing something or someone is capable or correct, even when they are not. So with confidence, you're just expressing who you are. You walk boldly, you own what you believe that is yours, that you feel like you're entitled to, and you don't take in too much consideration what anyone says, because that doesn't really necessarily affect who you are as a person. Now, with self-confidence, it states that it is commonly used as self-assurance in one's personal judgment. So your personal judgment is what you think about yourself, your own perspective, your own reflection. So therefore, it comes with experiences. And, with experiences, it defines, what the outcomes were. So you can learn how to, change them and modify them. And whatever the experiences were, whether they were good, whether they're bad, now you experienced it, and now you know how to walk in confidence with it because you are self-assured, right? So that's part of the definition on what self-confidence is. If you have any questions, go ahead and listen below. Thank you so much for joining me on today's Natural Hair Tips Live. I'm just going to be real with you. I'm just going to be transparent. So any questions that you have, make sure you go ahead and give me a comment. I am using another live streamer. It's called, what is it called? StreamYard. It's my first time using it, so I'm testing it out on this launch. So I'm going to check in my phone just to see if there's any comments so I can reply to you beautiful ladies out there. Okay. Okay, hey, okay, Alicia gave me a smile. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so let's go back to confidently owning your own beauty. So I remember when I first went natural, honestly, I didn't have the confidence to embrace my hair. I didn't. I'm sure you guys, ladies, have heard my story of how I decided to go natural. Now, if you don't know it, I'm going to share it here because a story is powerful. A story, reflects like what experiences you encounter. It's like your own testimony of something that is like personal to you, and you reflect on it and see how it impacts your life or how it can impact others' life as well. So how I went natural. I started natural journey on 2010, right? I didn't go natural because I was following a trend. I went natural because, honey, I was just tired of the relaxer. I was just tired of the relaxer. And with the relaxer throughout the years, it began to take a toll on me personally, where my scalp was just burning constantly. You gotta prepare yourself. Don't scratch your head. When you comb your hair, be careful you don't irritate your scalp, because when you put a relaxer on there, whatever, marks that was on your scalp, you're going to feel it from the relaxer. So I was just tired of the relaxer. I was just tired of the scalp burn. And not only that, I experienced hair breakage. My hair started to break. So I just didn't want to do the relaxer anymore. So that was my own personal experience why I stopped going natural. Now, I know that there were emerging YouTubers there, so I just watched them on YouTube to see what this natural hair journey was about and how I can too be a part of that, because I really did love their curls. And I was wondering if my own natural hair was curly as well, because I did not remember my own natural hair ever since I was a little girl, So as I gotten older, and I, went through the relaxer, and then I didn't want to go through the relaxer. YouTube was my teacher. It was my teacher. If YouTube was your teacher, give me a yes. Let me know if YouTube was your teacher, your first thing you went to in order to know about this natural hair journey. I know for me, it was. So let me cut it a little short. So I watched YouTube, and then I decided to go ahead and cut my hair off. But before I cut it off, I transitioned for 3 months. So I wanted to see some roots based on what the tutorials that I watched. So I cut my hair off. And when I finally cut my hair off, I was excited. I was anxious. I was nervous. And then I was like, oh my God. Ew. Like, I was feeling it. Just, the teeny weeny haircut that I did. I was like, wow, this is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. This is real. But then I didn't know how to style it, care it, maintain it. Again, I went back to teacher YouTube and teacher YouTube say, do this, do that, use this. And I tried that, and it worked, or it wasn't as effective for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wear braids and weaves in my hair, because I felt, not confident in embracing my own natural hair. I didn't have the confidence of embracing my own natural hair. And not that I personally knew of, maybe saw, but not personally knew of, I can go to ask them, how can I care for this hair? Because I just chop off my hair, but yet I'm hiding it, wearing braids and weaves constantly. And then I experienced the dryness. I'm like, this is horrible. I don't think I want to be natural. So what I did, I went to a hair salon. And I asked the hair salon, like, how can I manage my hair? Because my hair is dry. I feel like it's breaking. I don't think it's growing. And not only that, when it comes to wash days, or even when it's dry and I'm trying to detangle it, I feel like it's so hard to get the comb through. What am I doing wrong? I'm using the wide tooth comb like the tutorial tell me to. I'm spraying my hair, but when I do go get the products that I use, that I see, and I do it, the style on my hair, it came out dry. I'm like, man, this is hard. This struggle is real. So told me to get a texturizer. So I got a texturizer because she encouraged me that the texturizer would help to loosen my hair. Therefore, the magic word would to make it manageable. I was like, yes, that's what I want. I want to make my hair manageable, and it will help me. So I took her advice confidently, and I went ahead and get the texturizer. But you know what? I only did it one time, because I was not educated to know that the texturizer was just a former, milder relaxer. It was a chemical. So here I am thinking I'm still natural, but technically I'm not natural. If you apply chemicals to your hair like a relaxer, you're not natural. You're just, modifying your curl pattern to make it looser. Even if a texturizer, that's not natural. Natural is having virgin hair, your own hair, embracing your own natural hair type the way it is. That is natural. Me, I just cheated myself and get a texturizer because I just want to manage my hair so I can comb through it, hoping that it is my final answer. But you know what? I would say within like 2 months, 3 months later, I started to see a change in my hair. My hair began to break again because I didn't go back. It wasn't her fault. It was my fault, because I didn't know. I need to go back to maintain the upkeep of the relaxer, because, hey, I was just loosening my texture so I can manage it with ease. But as my hair began to grow out from my roots, I started to see a difference of two types of texture, two type of texture of my hair, the roots and the ends of my hair that was texturized. So, and then the breakage came. So I went ahead and I went back to teacher YouTube, like, what can I do with my 2 different type of hair? Because I put a texturizer hair in, and I'm experiencing a breakage again when I first left the relaxer. So YouTube tutorial that I watched gave me some advice. I took the advice, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do another chop. I did another chop. And that was like, all of this happened within a year. All of this. I chop off my hair, 2010. And then within that same year, I went ahead and put a texturizer in, and then I went ahead and I did a second chop. So yes, I went to 2 chops of my hair. But this time I took the ownership to educate myself about my own hair, to understand what works for me. Yes, it was a trial and error. Yes, you may have to test out products, and I encourage you, do so. See what works for you, because that's what works for you. It may not work for somebody else. It just works for you because your hair is unique to yourself. So go ahead, test out products. But the key is, do not become a product junkie, because your hair does not need all these products. Your hair just need a founding regimen to upkeep its maintenance of moisture and balancing the proteins and creating a style that works for you, whatever your goal is, right? So therefore, I learned how to confidently own my own beauty and not leaning on or relying on YouTube tutorials based on what she is presented to me, because I'm living a fantasy and hoping that my hair would turn out the same way too. And that crushed my confidence. It really did. So I started, like I said, did my own research where I can own my own beauty, knowing what works for me. If you have been there, let me know, because that is how we first started. There's nothing wrong with taking advice, but when it comes to your individuality, it doesn't match. It doesn't meet up, because your hair profile is made up differently. It may look the same, but it's made up differently, and there are different areas of it that you need to know what your hair profile is. But I'm not going to talk about that, because that's not the tip for today. The tip for today is confidently owning your own beauty, not comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself can be a motivator, because it will give the inspiration. It will empower you to be on this natural hair journey. And yes, the struggle is real. It's not easy. It's real. It's real. The struggle is real. It's hard, but you do not have to be in a place where you feel stuck, that you don't know how to understand your hair regimen. You don't understand what your hair needs, because when you understand the acknowledgement of what your hair needs, then it'll become a little bit easier and easier and easier and easier and easier. So confidently own your own beauty. Know what you love. Know what your hair loves. So, okay, I'm getting the comments coming in. Let me check. Thank you so much for listening to your comments. Fleury said, I am still trying to find out what my hair likes. No curl definition. I understand that, definitely. I was just like that. I didn't understand. I don't have any curl definition per se. My hair is a 4-type hair. It is a 4-type hair, 4B, 4C. Like the back of my hair seems to be a little looser. I know that's 4B. And here it tends to be a little 4C and a little bit of mixture somewhere along the on my scalp. But to figure out what your hair likes, it does come with testing. It does come with testing, but the key is knowing your hair profile. If you know your hair profile, then it will help to make it easier for you to identify what your hair may need. And then you can start chipping away at certain products, chipping away at certain ingredients that may not work for your hair. But just going full on in and trying products because you're watching something based on the similarity of your hair type, and when you try it, it doesn't work, because you have your own hair profile. I'm black, you're black, but you and I may not like the same thing. You and I may not wake up at the same morning. You and I may not go to work the same time or get off the same time. We are on a different direction. Same thing for your hair. Your hair has its own direction. Your hair has its own calling. Your hair has its own need. But to understand what your hair needs is understanding and knowing your hair profile. And that is where I come in. That's where I come in, or a knowledge hair professional can help you with that. And there's nothing wrong with getting the help with that. So we all have been there. It's a start where we start, but then as time go by within the journey, then it becomes easier and easier. And then you understand, like, I don't need all this stuff. I just need what works for me, and I'm happy with that. I got to the point where I was so caught up in curl definition. I know you mentioned curl definition. Me personally, when I went natural, I saw all these curls. whether it's like a curl type like me and it's so coily, luxurious with the shine. And I was like, oh, I want that to do that to my hair. And it does do that to my hair, depending what I want. I may tweak it, but I feel like because I'm natural and I couldn't wear my hair in a natural state, just the way it is, I felt that I have to make my hair so curl defined. And that is what is accepted for me and based on what is portraying in society. But there are times that your hair just want to do what it wants to do. It's okay to let your hair be. If you don't want to put your hair in a super defined curl, who cares? Because you're owning your own beauty. And it's okay to go ahead and accessorize it now and then. Put like a little flower or a scarf or earrings on to make yourself look more or feel more beautiful. Because whether you have them on or not, accessories, you're still beautiful the way you are. Your hair is beautiful. And don't let anyone tell you neither less. Remember, confidently own your own beauty. Because when you confidently own your own beauty, what anyone else is saying about you does not matter anymore, because you know what is beautiful to you. You know what works for you because you have self-actualization, you have self-awareness, you have self-love. So the first thing you need to do when you are in this natural hair journey, and if you are not accepting yourself, then you're not loving yourself. And your hair is part of you. For you to say, I don't like my hair, is pretty much chipping away at your own self and saying, I don't like myself. How do you think others will see you not liking yourself based on your hair? They will also be confirmed that, wow, she doesn't like her hair. Yeah, I don't think I like it either. Even whatever they think initially, they may say, oh, I don't like that hair type. That hair's not loosey or curly or anything like that or straight. Oh, it should be this way. This is what I like. But who cares what they like? What do you like? Because you're owning your own beauty. Black is beautiful. We come in different shades. Our hair is beautiful. It comes in different curl types. It's beautiful. Embrace it. Whatever your curl type is, embrace it. And then once you understand to accept yourself and not negatively bring in bad talking about your hair and listen to what other people say and always wondering what she is thinking or what he is thinking, because you're lacking confidence. When you walk in confidence, you walk with your head up straight. When you have confidence, you have self-assurance. You are empowered. You're not coming to be prideful out of ignorance, out of boastfulness, but you're prideful because you're owning who you are, what God made you to be, beautiful, fearful, and wonderfully made as a queen. Your hair is a crown. Your hair is royalty. Your whole self is royalty. Treat yourself like that. Don't ever put your hair down, because once you put your hair down, what does it do? It kills who you are as a woman, a Black woman. So I don't hear any more talk about, I don't like my hair. I want my hair to, look like this person. I want my hair to behave a certain way. Maybe your hair don't want to behave a certain way because depending on your hair type, you just have to learn how to work with it. So accept your hair how it is, understand what works for you, and confidently own your own beauty. That's one of the first things you need to understand about natural hair is first, it starts with acceptance. You have to come with accepting your hair, because when you accept your hair, you're like, okay, this is who I am. This is how it looks. This is how it feels. Touch it. This is how it looks. This is how it feels. Have you really, really touched your hair? Touch it. This is how it looks. This is how it feels. This is how it moves. This is how it behaves. Mine doesn't move as much. It doesn't. It goes against gravity. It grows up. It doesn't necessarily fall down. If it does, it falls kind of outward. Okay. I accept my hair the way it behaves, the way it looks. Now, there are things I can do to modify how certain styles I can create depending on my mood. But at the end of the day, if my hair just don't want to be defined in curls, I'm gonna let it be not defined in curls. It doesn't take away that I don't own my own beauty, and I don't care what a man say about me. If he doesn't love me the way that God made me for myself, for God, and for him as a partner, he's not for you. So what are you trying to impress for someone to like you? No one has to like you. You cannot make no one like you. People choose what they want to like from what they not want to like. You choose to own your own beauty. And once you do that, you will draw the positive people in your life that will encourage you and that will praise you and that will support you in your natural hair journey. Now, if they're not supporting you or encouraging or saying something nice about your hair, the way it naturally is, you don't need them in your life. You don't need to go to them to advice. Find people that you can connect with who adore you, who give you that self-assurance to motivate you about your hair. So you can feel that you are confidently able to embrace your natural beauty. So again, the first thing you need to do is accept who you are. When you accept who you are able to confidently walk in self-confidence. You are able to have self-love about yourself. And you're not taking in consideration about what other people say about your hair, because all it does is try to bring down who you are as a person. You're a whole person. Your hair is just part of who you are. So love it, care it, and embrace your textured hair because God made you that way. And you're so unique. You're so beautiful. And you are loved. If you don't feel loved, I don't know. I don't know what is going on in your life that you may not feel like. Maybe there's situations in your life where you may not feel like you're loved. But I want to let you know that God loves you. He cares for you. Okay? You are loved. You're beautiful. Whether your hair is done, curly defined, or it just in its natural, fluffy state. It's beautiful. And always remember that. From the wavy, curly, to tightly coiled hair, it's all beautiful. And just remember, confidently own your natural beautiful. Own your own beauty. Confidently own your own beauty. Okay? When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, I'm beautiful. Tell yourself, I'm blessed. Tell yourself, I'm loved. Tell yourself, I am prosperous. Speak positive affirmations to yourself because that boosts your confidence. Not become prideful that you're better than anybody else. We're not talking about that. But having a self-love and self-acceptance about who you are as a person and loving your hair with it. Okay? So let me check the comment section. Thank you so much for posting in the feed. Let me check. Checking on my phone to see if there's any comments. Let me go. And again, thank you so much for being in the group. You ladies are beautiful, and I really appreciate you joining me live. Okay, Alicia gave a smiley face. Larissa say guilty. I know we all guilty, right? When we first went natural and things that we tried, okay? Because we just want to get it right. Flora said, I am still trying to find out what my hair likes. No curl definition. She said, that's me. Alicia said, yes, it grows out. Also, yeah, it does grows out. You know, gravity cannot contain it. Gravity cannot contain it, right? So it depends on your hair type. So I hope this natural hair tip was helpful for you today. And I just want you ladies to love yourself, accept your hair the way it is, and learn how to work with it. And like I said in the beginning, it's okay to test different products. You know, it's called a journey. It's called a journey. But once you get a product or a do-it-yourself remedy that helps you as part of your regimen, you know, stick with it. And if you have a product that you bought and you are trying to hold on to it, just still hoping that it will work, girlfriend, return it, because it's just going to keep accumulating and cause you to, buy products. If it ain't working for you, test it, keep your receipt and return it back to the store. It don't make no sense to try to, hoping that it will help your hair when you did it the first, second time, it still came up with the same result. Okay. I have many different hair types. Okay, let's see who put that. Okay, for instance, I have many. Oh, you have many different hair types. Wow. Oh, wow. Can you name what your hair type is? Can you describe it? I would love to know. Please share that. I would love to know what is your different hair types, if you don't mind. Okay, so it's okay to share. If you don't, that's fine. But that's wonderful that you have many different hair types. And sometimes I know they said with different hair types, it can be challenging with certain products that can work on certain type of hair. And then the other product, you may try to get another product to work on that type of hair. But that's beautiful that you have different types of hair on your head. So you're very unique. I am like, you like me? Yay. Yes, I do. I do. I have a mixture type. And again, I'm on the 4 type scale. So 4B, 4C, if you want to categorize it. But other than that, I'm just a tightly coiled hair girl, tightly coiled. Yeah. So when I wash it, it goes, zoop, shrinks up. So yes, but I remember when I used to wash it, I didn't like how it shrank. I was like, man, it's going to give me more trouble. But you know what? I accept it too. I accept the shrinkage. It just lets me know that the hair is healthy. Okay. There's no loose ends. That is, that I put on my own hair, to damage it. It just lets me know it's natural. So I accept it. So yes. Also, YouTube, she said, Bird said, the back is loose curls. The sides is tightly coiled too. Yes, yes, yes. That's how mine is. The back is a little bit curl type. I would say 4B, and then sporadically somewhere in my head 4C. So it's mixed. But yeah, I'm a 4 type girl, and I had learned how to accept it, because there was one point in my journey that I actually wished I had looser type of hair, because I felt like that is an easier type of hair. But come to find out, looser type of curl patterns have their ups and downs too, have their struggles as well. So within the spectrum of hair type, we all have our hair struggles. We all have our hair struggles. We just have to know what works for us and how to take ownership and know what meet our hair care needs, because it comes back to your individual hair regimen, point blank. So yes, you have any questions, comments, post them below. Give me a like, give me a heart, smash it. This is our weekly natural hair tips, where I come on live every week sharing natural hair tip within your hair journey. And maybe this may be a missing piece that you need within completing your puzzle of your hair. But just remember, a tip is just a suggestion that may help you in your journey. But collectively, holistically, you need to understand your own regimen so it can work for you. So remember, ladies, just accept yourself. Once you accept your hair, you are accepting yourself. So no more bad talking about your hair. Yes, your hair is going to be, have some challenges. Yes, it's going to experience, lack of this, not having this. That's just your type of hair. And in general, that is just natural, curly to tightly coiled hair. It's going to, over time and continuously, repetitively experience these natural changes, like the dryness, the shedding, the breakage. But it depends on where it's occurring on the scale. Is it really high or is it really low? I still experience breakage. So my breakage is very minimal. Like, say, when I detangle my hair, I'm going to experience some little bit of breakage. Okay. But I've learned that approach that I can take to minimize the breakage. I still experience moisture loss, right? because the hair will naturally experience moisture loss. But one thing that I found out, my hair is not dehydrated, where it becomes brittle and breaks off. That's another issue. So I've learned how to balance my moisture and my protein so my hair can, be healthy. I'm on a healthy hair care journey. I'm not thinking about how long my hair can grow. That's my personal goal. My personal goal is to keep my hair healthy so it can do what it can do naturally. Okay, we're getting another comment coming in. Okay, let me check. Thank you so much for listing your comment. First, what's a good moisture? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by what's a good moisture. Remember, like I said, that there are many, many products out there on the market. There are many, many do-it-yourself that's out there. So a good moisture regimen is basically knowing it's a water-based product, and that you're hydrating hair, and that the water-based product that you're using can facilitate and starting the moisture of your hair, getting those things in your hair, not just sitting on top of your hair. And also understanding, like, if you want to use a styler to create a certain style after that. So it just depends on what product that works for you, but that will be like a dissecting trial to see what works for your hair, because remember, your hair is different and unique to you. It's called your hair profile. So that would have to be analyzed even further. Okay, I hope that answered your question. But to make sure your hair is moisturized, you must have a good water-based product to start off with. And you must keep up with moisturizing your hair when it needs to be moisturized. Okay, so that's one way to know how to moisturize your hair. Again, I'm not talking about how to moisturize your hair, just letting you know in general what is a good moisture for your hair. A good moisture for your hair is making sure you're having, first of all, a water-based product that can help with the moisture for your hair. Okay, and there's other steps that come into keeping that moisture in longer, but we're not talking about that today. We're talking about confidently owning your beauty. So if you ladies have owned your own beauty, I want to know if you are now accepting or have been accept your own beauty, and you're not worrying about what anybody else say. You are not, self downplaying yourself, not talking negative about your own hair, as much as before. Let me know if that has changed in your journey, because if that has changed in your journey, now you understand what the next step is. Okay, so the first thing is owning your own beauty, accepting who you are, not being concerned about what other people think or say about your hair. That's just them. They have their own hair concerns as well. You just be concerned about you and be educated about your own hair so you can confidently own your own beauty. So I hope this was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, list them below. So today was, okay, another comment's coming in. Okay, let's see who's saying this. Okay, I love the comments. Thank you for keeping the comments coming in. Okay, let's just say my hair profile: kinky, coily, 4A, 4B, thick, cotton, spongy, texture, natural, low sheen, and natural, low shine and sheen. Oh, good. Fine to medium strength. Oh, wow, you go, girl. Now, this is a perfect example. Alicia, I'm so glad that you are naming these descriptions about your hair, because this lets me know you are understanding what your hair characteristic is, which is part of your hair profile. So what you listed, you have done your research through, experimenting and trying things out, and you know that what your solution or your outcome about your own hair is. So that would guide you on what regimen that is tailored to you. So kudos to you. This is what I'm talking about, ladies. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Understanding your hair profile, understanding the characteristics of your hair. Because once you do that, oh my God, once you do that, your confidence will definitely shoot up like ding, 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 ding. Once you know your hair profile, this will guide you for your regimen. Trust me. And then once you have your regimen, you begin to chip away at certain things. And then when you begin to chip away at certain things, then you got what you need. You got what you need. But it's a process within the journey itself. And that will definitely confidently boost your self-acceptance about yourself and your self-love. Giving your hair some love. You are confidently owning your own beauty. Thanks for sharing that, Alicia. That was wonderful. If anyone else has anything to share about the hair, or like we're talking about, the tip for today is confidently owning your own beauty. Let me know, how are you confidently owning your own beauty? Because if you're confidently owning your own beauty, your confidence is a testimony, not for yourself, but for another curly girl who is on the path that she don't feel beautiful about her own hair, because she's always criticizing about the negative things that come with natural hair. It's just the way it is. You just have to learn how to work with it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off. If there's no more any other questions, comments, or sharing a story about your confidence about owning your own beauty, which is your natural hair, well, thank you so much for joining me on today on another weekly natural hair tip. This is our first launch for today, so I'm going to come every week with natural hair tips. Okay, so definitely tune in every week, which is Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is Carol Maxinu. I am your natural hair consultant. I am your author, podcaster, and your natural curl champion. My passion is to help women with natural Afro textured hair to overcome those challenges and those unknown certainties so that she can be on a path to loving, embracing her natural hair with confidence. But not only that, to have healthy and or growing hair if that is her goal. And I'm here to help you with that. And if you need help with that, definitely message me and I can see how I can get you up, get you started to confidently embrace your hair so you can iron out those challenges that is holding you back, that make you feel stuck, where you no longer have to be in that place. Okay, so thank you again, and I will see you next Tuesday, and God bless.